Welcome, I'll be reacting to Outlander, Season 1, Episode 8. This is not a market substitute, please support the original.
I think today's the day.
Today, sir?
I have let this go on long enough. Today, Sergeant.
Are they gonna stop looking for her? If he's gonna be the one who breaks it to him, I understand why he put whiskey in that teacup.
I am sorry, Mr. Randall. You know,
I know this must be disappointing to you.
Disappointing? It's an interesting word. My expectations of your department were low to begin with, and I can assure you that you have met those expectations at every turn.
Oh my. I mean, he's clearly grieving, but wow.
Do you have any idea at all what might have happened to her? That the Highlander is certainly involved in some way.
of course he's involved, you fool. He's her lover, and the two of them left together.
My wife is not with another man.
Well, I mean, she isn't currently. Because that's the past. It's a really interesting juxtaposition of these episodes. Because I've been wondering what her husband has been doing all this time and why we haven't gotten more flashbacks. And it looks like this episode is going to be about that. That's cool that you just saved them up and they're hopefully going to do a whole episode. Ah, no!
That's a good question.
I like you two, but I wanted to go back to the 40s.
Why am I questioning it?
Oh boy. Well, he could have hit them easily. That was a warning shot. Or a message.
Madeva! Humano!
Those are beautiful arrows. I have some Hungarian ones that are like that. Let me go get them. Yeah. So, they have that wood at the end. Very similar arrows. I wonder if they got them for the show at the same place I got them. Someday I want to learn how to fletch arrows. I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
Yeah. Says he's got news, but insists we drink to you first. Can I see I disagree?
This is beautiful. It's a dragonfly.
Amber.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This guy's cool.
Thank
I
you.
like him.
Kindly you.
Looks as though there are bends in the river here where she might have made it to shore. And then
He's
perhaps
giving up
shelter along
too.
this ridge, maybe in a cave.
For 7 weeks.
And she relied on her army survival training. She's a strong woman. She's smart.
I
She's
was grasping
capable.
at straws.
Gentlemen, tea is served.
And biscuits.
Oh, thank you, Roger.
Oh, he's so
May I
cute.
have a biscuit, please?
Aye.
Have you been eating all my biscuits, Roger Wakefield?
Now go upstairs and get...
I mean, if my significant other went missing at Standing Stones, the first thing I would do probably after the police gave up would be to research the magic in the area and see if there's anything there. But maybe he just doesn't think that way.
I think I need something a little stronger.
Give her some company.
No, thank you. Don't wait up.
Did he just turn down tea? This is serious.
I just can't believe it. I'm appalled. It's appalling.
I ken where he is.
How?
Close.
Wasn't that a ghost?
I'll take you to him.
Don't trust her.
Not now.
Are they talking about Kelpies?
And the builder, having little choice, did as he was bid. Because the water horse's wife was sad and cold and hungry, and
By the time we get back to Leo.
Jamie, quiet. I'm trying to hear about the water horse.
the water horse being kindly.
Christmas.
But when the man came down to
What's the matter?
Horses. They're restless.
Something spooking them.
Someone's near.
no need of fire.
Go! Mind the wagon!
Now we're talking. Rival clan, I take it? Nice one. Neither of you has an umbrella? Where's your hat? It's very odd that she's out without a hat. That alone is untrustworthy. Mm-hmm.
Give us the reward.
If he was smart, he didn't bring it. He's a soldier, though. I think you picked on the wrong guy. Tried to rob the wrong chap.
Turn away from the darkness that beckons you and go back into the light.
A really interesting plot twist with this series would be that her husband, who was this incredibly good guy at the beginning of the series, because of her going missing, slowly transforms into the ancestor that we know from all those horribly violent scenes. And she comes back and he's basically gone. That would be an incredible story and so painful if she ever made it home. I feel like they're setting the stage for that.
It's too long and heavy for me.
Lassie say that to
No,
me
it's
all
not.
the time.
Defend herself against assailants.
Aye.
Thank you.
You're a good man with a blade.
Ski and do. Hidden dagger.
Some people hide them in the sword.
Oh, yeah.
I keep mine in a...
I still say the only good weapon for a woman is poison. Perhaps.
Poison is a great weapon. It's just not very handy when you're in the middle of a combat situation. You have to get them before or after the combat.
So where do I aim with my ski and do?
Right, maybe I kill them face to face. Here. Aim straight up and in. As hard
In
as
there,
you can
yeah.
into the heart. Is the spot in the back. Either side will do. Now, you see with all the ribs and such?
Kidneys.
Very difficult. You stab upward and into the kidney. Straight up.
Shouldn't they be practicing with a twig or something, not the actual knife? You can also stab into the side of the neck and bring it forward through. And the added benefit of that is they can't scream as easily. At least he found a nice, comfortable spot. There's plenty of soft grass there. Oh, no!
Because I've a mind to take a piece of that.
Use your dagger, Claire.
Nah.
Now's your chance. Kidneys, Claire. Remember the kidneys. Yes.
Finally accepting that his wife...
Well, now you have to tell him of
It's
the
an old
myth
house.
of Craignadoon.
Is there something you wish to tell me, Mrs. Graham?
Closet witch coming out of the closet.
There is another explanation for what happened to your wife. It allows them to pierce the veil of time.
I shall leave for Oxford this afternoon.
Did you not hear me?
Mrs. Graham.
They often return.
I did hear you. I simply do not share your beliefs.
We're all right.
My fault.
No, you're in a lot of
Bring you here
trouble.
without
You
taking
both
proper
need to
heed
get
until
out of there
you-
fast. She's in
I'm going
total
into
shock
shock.
right now. She needs a blanket, some water.
It's all right.
They have the choice at this point of trying to cover up what happened, bury them as quickly as possible, but then they'll probably come looking, or get out as quickly as they can, but then they'll be known to be in the area.
Deserters. The tracks lead back
Oh,
over the
thank
ridge.
goodness.
No horses. Good.
If they're deserters, they can just cover it
Your
up.
man, Horrocks.
He left her case. He has a little bit of belief. He wouldn't have left that if he didn't think she might come back.
There are redcoats about, though. Likely come from the south.
I'll keep an eye out.
Aye.
You stay here.
Claire is really in a mood right now. Where's your hat? He's really upset. He could leave her a message. Something she might find if she came back. Is she gonna try and run away right now? How does she even know how to get to Inverness from here? And she's known to the Redcoats. Claire,
I tried
stay
to avoid
put.
thinking of Craig Nadoon.
Or
my mind had been so clouded and
she's right
confused, I
there.
didn't recognize the road when we rode in. There was no mistaking it.
way.
I was back.
Okay, Claire, never mind.
To the place
Run
we
for
had
it.
all
Go.
begun.
At least try. The music in this scene is spectacular. I don't think she's gonna get back. Or is she? No, I don't think she will make it. I think she'll get to the stones, but it won't work. It said only certain people. He might not be one of those people. Oh no! Ah! Ah! She was so close.
But
I would drink the wine.
Why would Dougal Mackenzie
We don't know what's gonna
consider
happen.
you of such value?
We Mackenzies are all loyal subjects.
That is the
Claire.
single most amusing thing I've heard all week.
Perhaps you should ask the Duke of Sandringham.
That's right, because she knows backstory on him. Her husband was researching it, because she used something to blackmail him.
Is it not clear by now that you and I are both in the employ of the same great and powerful man?
Oh, interesting way to go about it. Will it work? Please work.
You mean, of course, his wife's efforts? Of course,
Just botched it,
Duke has
Claire.
never been married.
Ooh, shove a candle in his eye. Help me! It's not gonna work. Get next to a candle.
No.
Set the place on fire.
My. The lady has claws.
I'll thank you to take your hands off my wife.
Whoa! Obviously, this episode had a lot of disturbing elements to it, most of which I likely cut out because that's not the kind of channel I want to have. And I'm also probably not going to talk about it too much because we all know how disturbing being a woman in that time period was and how dangerous, which they definitely brought out in this episode. And thankfully, so far, Claire has been fairly lucky, traumatized, but lucky in that she gets out just in time. I really was hoping for an entire episode in the 40s, though. I think that would have been really interesting to get more detail about what was going on and the search for her. This wasn't a bad idea, having those parallel stories in this episode, especially at the end when they both came to Craig Nadoon and had that moment together. That was very well done. But I love the time period. I just wish there was a lot more. I guess the series really is about Claire, and that's why they're spending most of their time with her. She's the POV character, which makes sense, especially from a book perspective. People who have read the series, is it a first-person narration or is it third-person? I'm curious because it does sound like the sort of story where a first-person narration would work really well. She really went through it this episode. Ugh. They don't have therapists back then, but if they had them, she'd need one. My question is, how did Jamie figure out what happened? He tracked her really quickly. This is definitely one where I was pretty worried for her. And still am, because it's just Jamie there. I kind of want to just watch the next episode right now, but I can't. I can definitely see how people could easily just sit down and binge this entire season in one sitting. It really draws you in and you want to know what happens next. Really a fascinating world building and set of characters. And of course, the story is incredible. And this particular episode really showed that they're not going to shy away from what was happening in the time period for the sake of a modern audience. It was brutal, and we got to see that.